Will work. Those both sides too?
Yeah.
Okay, just another minute. Would you finish whatever quadrilateral you're working on right now, and as soon as you're done with that, would you please wait till everyone in your group is... Okay, I see this table's done, this table's just about done. Okay, this table's done, thank you. Go around the table in a circle taking turns, but before you do that, I want us to review this investigative process, and we have our question, and you're at this stage right now. So just remember all the different places that you can go individually or as a group. I'm actually going to put this arrow right here at systematic tinkering because we haven't talked too much about that, but I want you to be thinking about how you tinker with a system, just rather than just arbitrary choices. So tell each other what you know so far, and then I will talk to you about what you'll need to turn in at the end of the period. All right, so go ahead.
So what did you guys find out though?
That if you put these two equally and kind of in an X, you get a square.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you keep them the same distance from
See
one
how
point,
like a cross?
so it's a cross. Yeah, that's understandable. That you get a square because this distance would be equal, so the radii would be equal.
Yeah.
Circle. And then I found the same thing. I made a square, and although it didn't fit just flat on the paper, I scrunch it over until sideways because otherwise it wouldn't fit.
And then that's how.
So that's how you make a square. I don't think it's a perfect square because you can't tell because obviously the holes aren't an exact distance away from each other, and the points aren't exact.
And this moves.
Yeah, and it still moves, so it's
not going to be a perfect square,
it's
but
not
it's
staying
supposed
up.
to be a square.
So it
one,
represents a square.
This one I did two random holes and then I got moves.
So you got a trap side. So what are the diagonals for that trap side?
Here and here.
And
So you did the small one and the big one.
Okay. So was this something like that? It was like this, right?
Yeah, it was like that.
So it's basically like
I
that.
didn't put it in yet.
Okay. So you use the holes as markers for your...
Yeah, the circles.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like what she did up there.
I used the end of it, so it was a little... I think that made it a little bit more sloppy. So Javier, what did
So
you
if
find
you
out?
take a small one and a big one, you put them like across, you get a rhombus.
Or a kite.
Yeah.
Technically, they're all kites.
Yeah.
And I found...
You get in, and they're all the same. Because I was using the ruler,
Because they're same distance.
and they're all the same.
So, because they're the same distance from both the midpoint of the largest diagonal. And I did the same thing, and I also got a kite. Except you got a rhombus because it was
put one higher, right?
I put it one higher than the midpoint of the line,
big one.
Yeah. For the
So
largest
if you were to put it
diagonal.
one lower, you would get that.
It would still be a kite.
Yeah, but that's what we'll have to remember.
Yeah, but if it was exactly in the middle, it would be a rhombus. So exactly over here.
I found 5 of them, and then the rectangle you can make pretty much any size if you go like outward with these 2. If you put it right in the middle, and the square if you put it, I'll show you. Okay, so if you put it right in the middle like that at 90 degrees, it makes the square, and then if you just turn it like that, it makes the rectangle, and you can change it to be however wide you want.
Notice this with the small stick, 90-degree angles right in the middle makes a kite. So
Yeah.
if we use
Well, it makes the diamond.
a kite, so regular
Put it right
kite.
in the middle.
So not just these 2 long ones, but if we make, let's say, we put the pink one at the top or something, that makes a triangle. You know what I mean.
These 2 right in the middle. I got a parallelogram.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Parallelogram.
Yeah.
I got the kite by if you move it up, if you don't put it exactly in the middle.
I didn't get any like regular shapes except for the parallel.
I got this parallelogram, but that doesn't. I don't know.
How'd you get that one?
That was
I just kept it straight, so it's pretty good. But yeah. And then I got the trapezoid by.
Oh yeah, I was trying to get a trapezoid, but I didn't get a trapezoid.
So then,
If you
what
get
do we
the same amount
notice?
of points from the edge, and then you go like that.
So what do we notice about this? What patterns do we get?
If you keep both of the points centered, then you can get parallel lines.
Yeah.
Parallel line.
Because this is what everyone's going to turn in their individual investigative work. So all of the quadrilaterals you did, and I'd like you to try to put them in order so that I can, when class is over today, I'm going to go through your work and see what order you are doing. It's going to give me an idea of what you're testing and how you're testing it. And then as you work today, keep evidence along the way of what you observed. And remember I showed you that piece of student work from our class about how someone had actually written the comments about what they noticed, what they observed, a question they had. Those things I would like you to actually write out in words. If you have a conjecture, like I think that this is true, please write that down. If you get stuck, like something is not working, please write that down. If you get an aha, a mathematical aha, then write that down. And any system of tinkering that you're doing, if you think it won't be obvious to me by reading it, if you would just kind of write down what your system is, what are you testing for? So those are the things that I'm looking for, because that's going to help me see your process. Remember how we talked after the polygon investigations about how it's not just the end product that I want, I'm really interested in your process. All right. So now the question is, how will the manufacturer know what particular arrangement of sticks will guarantee the quadrilateral that he or she needs to make? The facilitators, you're going to coordinate your group. Make sure everyone has something important to do, a part of the group task. Resource managers, you're going to make sure your group has the materials you need and that the materials are also put away at the end of the period. That does not mean you have to do it, but it means you coordinate that. Team leaders, make sure your group members are on task. Sometimes it gets discouraging and people kind of drift off, so make sure that doesn't happen. And resource managers, also call me over if you've got a question for your team. And then reporters, your job is gonna be more on Thursday than today, I think, depending upon how the investigation goes. Okay, so your first job, you've done some individual work. Now, as a team, I would like you to talk to each other. As a group, I'd like to talk to each other about how you're going to organize yourselves for the investigation as a whole group, because you are going to have a group product as well. So would you talk that over for a few minutes? I'm going to walk around eavesdropping, and then when your group knows how you're going to proceed and everyone knows how you're going to proceed, then you can get your materials and get started. Are there any questions? All right, I'm not going to interrupt you for a while. Yay!